Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing 5 things that I think need to happen in Ninjago Season 16 in order for the season to be successful, dare I say. According to many recent leaks and information drops from Ninjago higher-ups, it seems like the Ninjago Season 16 story, or whatever you want to call the Summer 2022 season, will be one of Ninjago's biggest in a very long time. The season appears to be very grand in terms of scale, with several returning elements combining with new things to create something special for many Ninjago fans. With that being said though, I do have my own personal hopes and my own personal worries regarding Season 16, and I have my own personal desires as to what I would like to see in Season 16 and what I think would make it a perfect story. This list will simply be my own opinions, just my own personal wants and desires, and obviously all of these things don't need to happen in order for me to enjoy the season. I'm just saying going into it, this is kind of what I'm expecting to happen and what I think needs to happen in order to completely conclude the story. And also, this list will not be in any particular order. These are just 5 random things that I think need to happen in Season 16, and without further ado, let's get into it. So first things first here, we need some type of wrap-up for Nia's character. Nia's character cannot go unmentioned, and she has to show up in the season in some way, and I imagine she will. Towards the end of Ninjago Seabound, it was very much implied by the Ninjago story that Nia's time in the series was pretty much over. She completed what she needed to do, her character arc was complete, and thus she was able to exit the story in her own way. Fortunately, due to several Ninjago leaks that we've been receiving for quite some time, it seems like Nia herself will in fact be returning in Season 16, thank goodness. And I would love to see more of a reaction from other characters regarding Nia's departure. I would love to see more detailed scenes revolving around Jay's and Kai's feelings about Nia's loss in particular. I imagine Nia's sacrifice will be a pretty big part of Season 16, so I'm not super worried about that, and we know that she will be coming back in some way, shape, or form, so obviously I feel like Nia is going to be handled really well here, but I would still love for there to be some type of wrap-up or some type of fallout from her sacrifice that we saw towards the ending of Ninjago Seabound. It would be pretty weird if the entire season completely ignores Nia. Next up here we have a Garmadon redemption arc. Garmadon's character right now is kind of in a very weird spot. Following Ninjago Season 10 March of the Oni, Garmadon actually abandoned the team and left for parts unknown. I imagine we'll see more of what Garmadon will be up to in his upcoming comic book series, which of course is confirmed to be canon to the overall Ninjago storyline, and I have a feeling that that comic will directly tie into what Season 16 Garmadon will be all about. And with Garmadon's character potentially returning to the spotlight, I would love to see his progress in his relationships with Master Wu and Lloyd especially. I would love to see Garmadon's redemption following March of the Oni, and in fact even the entire Oni trilogy for that matter. I would love to see Garmadon's character come back and have justice be done to that character, and I imagine towards the end of his comic book series, where he ends up in that series will determine what exactly he's going to be up to in Season 16. Garmadon is an important figure for a lot of people's lives, especially Lloyd himself, and I would love to see some type of conclusion regarding Garmadon and his family members. Next up we have the Ninjago City government being a huge part of the season. I would love there to be a government subplot focusing on what exactly is going to be happening to the ninja in regard to their vigilante activities. Will the ninja actually face consequences following Ninjago Seabound, or will Ninjago City continue to rebuild and ignore every single battle that happens in the city? Wajira's battle during Ninjago Seabound actually carried some of the worst destruction that we've ever seen for Ninjago City, and I find it completely unrealistic to have the government of Ninjago City completely ignore everything that happened. I imagine they will be targeting the ninja in some way, shape, or form, and I would love to see the conflict between the ninja and the government of Ninjago City. We know from certain leaks and hints as well that the Ninjago government will be tackled in some way in the future. I believe in Season 16 this could be their chance to step forward, reveal their true thoughts about the ninja, and maybe even go against them in a legal sense. The government of Ninjago could act as one of the primary villains during Season 16's early episodes, and I would love to find out more about how the Ninjago City government actually operates. Next up here we have the conclusion of the Vengestone Arc and proper Vengestone integration. As Ninjago fans, we've been questioning who exactly the Vengestone buyer is for several months at this point, ever since the Vengestone buyer was first mentioned during Ninjago Season 13 Master of the Mountain. Vengestone itself is a super popular relic among Ninjago fans to discuss because Vengestone actually holds a key weakness to the ninja. That of course is Vengestone's property to completely cancel out elemental powers. It's been used against the ninja for several years at this point, and I imagine in Season 16 Vengestone will make a full comeback and be a main plot point. However, from what I've seen, many Ninjago fans find themselves concerned that Vengestone itself may not actually be properly explained, or that the Vengestone buyer may in fact just be somebody completely random. A lot of Ninjago fans have their hopes set high that the Vengestone buyer will be a returning character, and while I do think that is definitely going to be the case considering several Ninjago plot leaks, I still find myself a little bit nervous for the most part. The Vengestone arc has been built up across several Ninjago seasons, and I would like for there to be a strong conclusion to this arc in some way. That way many Ninjago fans can have closure following seasons upon seasons of teasing, and hopefully the Ninjago world itself can find some type of closure as well, in the sense that the Vengestone buyer is finally identified and apprehended. Vengestone may in fact be one of the main plot points in Season 16, and I hope the season acknowledges the actual Vengestone buyer, acknowledges the many hints that they've been setting up for the past several seasons, and hopefully delivers in one truly epic final battle. And finally, for the last thing here that I think needs to happen in Season 16, I would love there to be at least one, maybe even a couple major character deaths, just to establish how raw and how important this season actually is. Ninjago Season 16 is rumored to be a huge conclusion to many things across the Ninjago world, and if it truly will be one of the last seasons following this core group of ninja, not everybody's going to make it out of this alive. I'm not sure exactly in what form that'll happen, but I do think a couple of main characters should probably bite the dust. I'm specifically referring to Master Wu especially, who has been rumored to be dying in Season 16 for a very long time. Again, not really confirmed just yet, but it is a very big rumor that I can totally see happening. If this Ninjago season will in fact be the final season following this group of ninja, I'm not sure which ninjas should be killed off, if any of the core 6 should be killed off. I mean, we saw Nia basically die last season, and I feel like if Master Wu would be the only one to go, I think that would be enough to show just how dramatic and how big the stakes are during this core season. If everybody makes it out okay and all the villains are apprehended, I'm sorry, but this go round, I feel like there has to be some type of consequence for the ninja's actions, and I believe that will come with a major character death, whether that be Master Wu or somebody similar. I'm sure several Ninjago villains might die, or some of the villains may in fact go missing, get captured, but something that needs to happen is there needs to be some type of consequence, like I said. I'm not saying that Master Wu needs to die, I'm not saying that anybody needs to die in order for this season to be successful. I'm just saying it would feel too clean, dare I say, if this Ninjago season ends with everybody making it out alive. And with that being said, you guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my list of 5 things that need to happen in Ninjago Season 16. I just have a lot of high hopes and frankly high expectations for Season 16. It's been on my mind for quite some time, and I wanted to make this video to give you guys a clear understanding about what I think needs to happen in order to make a perfect season. No Ninjago season is perfect by any means, but a season with all of the check marks that I just listed in today's video, that would be perfect to me, especially if Season 16 is going to be a conclusion season. With that being said, you guys, though, that'll pretty much wrap it up for all of my thoughts here today. Feel free to leave a comment down below discussing what exactly you think about my top 5 things that need to happen, and feel free to list some of your highest hopes, expectations, or worries in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and as always, check out the links down below in the description from other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Once again, you guys, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.